So tonight I'll be talking about a passage in 1 Kings 11. Sorry, getting situated here. About Solomon. And Solomon was a king in the Old Testament. He was David's son. And God asked him if he wanted anything in the world. And Solomon asked for wisdom. Solomon was wise, he was rich, and he was also honorable. In the Bible it says that he actually earned $600 million in gold in 1 year. So he was really rich, but he was also, again, really wise. And there's a story of, he was king, and there was two women that came to him fighting over a baby. And one claimed that it was the other's and it was hers, and he settled the dispute by bringing out a sword. And he was like, I can cut this baby in half, you can have one half, the other half. It's crazy, right? And the real mother came up and was like, no, don't do that. I'll do anything for my baby, the other one can have it. And from that, Solomon decided that that was the true mother. So that's just one example of how wise he was. But despite him being wise, despite him being really rich, he still wasn't perfect. And that brings us to this passage, 1 Kings 11, 1 through 10. Now King Solomon loved many foreign women, along with the daughter of Pharaoh, Moabite, Ammonite, Edomite, Sidon, and Hittite women, from the nations concerning which the Lord had said to the people of Israel, "You should not enter into marriage with them, neither shall they with you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods." But Solomon clung to these in love. He had 700 wives who were his princesses, and 300 concubines. And his wives turned away his heart. For when Solomon was old, his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not wholly true to the Lord his God, as was the heart of David his father. For Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the god of the Sidonians, and after Milcom, the abomination of the Ammonites. So Solomon did what was evil in the sight of the Lord, and did not wholly follow the Lord, as David his father had done. Then Solomon built a high place for Chemosh, the abomination of Moab, and for Moab, the abomination of the Ammonites, on mountain east of Jerusalem. And so he did for all of his foreign wives, who made offerings and sacrificed to their gods. And the Lord was angry with Solomon, because his heart had turned away from the Lord, the God of Israel, who had appeared to him twice, and commanded him concerning this thing, that he should not go after other gods. But he did not keep what the Lord had commanded. So there's three main questions that we can ask ourselves when reading this passage. And the first one would be, what do you love? And this comes from verse 1 through 3, where it says, "Now King Solomon loved many foreign women." Strike one. From which the nations that the Lord said, "Do not enter into marriage with." Strike two. And Solomon and his wives turned away his heart. Strike three. Now also in this verse it says, Solomon clung to these in love. So that makes me think, what are we clinging to? What do we love? This could be social media, sports, clubs, video games, our phone, our grades, money, boys, girls, or even friends. And these are all, they could be good things, but when we put those above God, that's when it becomes a problem. And in fact, Solomon, he had 700 wives, 300 concubines, 1,000 women, and he still was not satisfied. But we don't find satisfaction from all these things. We find our satisfaction in God. So what do you love? But also, who is influencing you? This comes from verse 4 through 6. It says, "For when Solomon was old, his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not truly to the Lord his God, as David his father." So this says, for when Solomon was old. And that sticks out to me because this week I've been reading a book called Wild at Heart by John Eldredge. And I was listening to the audiobook, and in the intro, the person that was interviewing him said, isn't it crazy that we become wiser as we're older? And John Eldridge replied, he said, "Well, Wayne, I wish we did, but it's actually something you choose. You choose the journey to follow, and to follow Christ not once, but again and again." So, Solomon, he didn't choose every day. He got older, and he actually got dumber. He may have been wise with his kingdom and his decisions he made, but when it came to God, he got really dumb and got older. And God commanded him not to go after these foreign women, but he did otherwise, and he had to pay the consequence for it. So God knows best. And this is kind of like Adam and Eve. They're in the garden, and God commanded them, do not eat of this one fruit. And but the snake, convinced them otherwise. They ate the fruit. They got banished from the garden, and they didn't die. They're fine. I'm okay. I'm alive. But eventually, we know they did die because they're human. And God has these commandments, but they have consequences, and they may not be right away, but eventually, you have to pay the price. But yeah, Adam and Eve were influenced by Satan. So who influences you? I think for teenagers, a big influence in our life is celebrities. There's celebrities like Justin Bieber, Jake Paul, Miley Cyrus. But all these people, they influence us in more ways than we think. We look to them, maybe as an example, subconsciously even. But these people, they aren't good influences. They're not going to lead us into a Christ-like life, and that's not good. Now, other influence in our life is our friends. I know in my own life, I have a pretty solid group of friends, but even after a day of hanging out, you start talking like them, you start wearing what they wear, you start liking what they like, you start growing facial hair like them. Not really. But you're really influenced by your friends in a lot of ways. And we have to look at our influences. We have to say, is this a good influence? Is this a bad influence? And we really need to, look to God, more importantly, and look to Him and Jesus in the Bible as our main influence in life. So what do you love? Who is influencing you? And how do you worship? This comes from verse 7 through 10. And it says, "Then Solomon built a high place for all these gods, and him and his wives made offerings and sacrifices to them." And by the way, these gods are not good gods to follow. They had sexual rituals and child sacrifices, just not good stuff. But it says here that Solomon built a high place. So you can think about high place as like a mountain or something along that sort, but it's the highest point. It's what everyone looks to. They're looking to all these other gods, and they're putting God, or the one true God, way down here. And we can look at that in our own lives, and it's like, what do we find most important? And I feel like we can kind of show that by what do we spend our most time on? What do we do when we're bored? What do we spend time on? Like, if we're not spending more time with God than these other things, then that's when it's a problem. Also, what do we put our attention to? What do we focus on? If we think about and focus and put our attention to school, or our grades, or our friends, more than we do God and the Bible, that's not good. But here's Solomon. He married all these foreign women. He started to be influenced by them, and he eventually, he went away from God. He worshipped all these other false gods. And we can ask, is it justified that God was angry? Because right here it says, the Lord was angry with Solomon because his heart had turned away from the Lord, who appeared to him twice. So, we think, obviously, God has the right to be angry. Solomon sinned against him. But we need to think about in our own lives, like, is it right that God's mad at us with some things that we're doing? I don't know. Maybe you should ask that to yourself. But I know for Solomon, it was a gradual path. Like, he did one thing and it led to another. Like, that could be in our own lives. We start small and then you just get out of hand and fall away from Christ. But Like Solomon didn't wake up one morning. It's like, I want to have 1,000 wives. I want to sin against God, disobey Him. You know. Also, people don't wake up in the morning. They want to be like a serial killer. Like it's just like a gradual thing. And that's kind of like when astronauts go to the moon. If their calculations are 1 degree off, they'll totally miss the mark. They'll miss the moon. They'll not even land there. Like they just totally miss. But that could be like us. Like we could be 1 degree off and just totally go away from God, and that wouldn't be good. But you know, how do we prevent that? How do we keep that from happening? Well, look at what do you love? You know, you should be loving God. You should put Him first, love Him, and then who is influencing you? You know, you should be influenced by the Bible and Jesus, and you should live like that. And then how do you worship? You should be worshiping God. We should repent and wholly worship God like David did, day by day, giving worship. Let's pray. Dear God, I thank you for this day. I thank you that you can bring us all here to learn about you. I pray that we can take what we have learned tonight and use it this week or later in life, that we can know, we can have wisdom from you and we can worship you. Amen.
Amen. That was a good word, Cody.